It was a cold Christmas morning in 1642, in the quiet hamlet of Woolsthorpe, England, when Isaac Newton entered the world. He was born prematurely and was so frail that even his own family doubted he would survive. But Newton's life, like the forces he later studied, would prove resilient. His father had passed away before his birth, and his mother remarried, leaving young Isaac to be raised by his grandmother. These early hardships seemed to shape a boy who preferred the company of books and ideas over people. Newton's curiosity emerged early. As a child, he was always tinkering, building small windmills, kites, and even sundials. But his journey to becoming one of the greatest minds in history almost didn't happen. When he was a teenager, his mother pulled him out of school, intending for him to manage the family farm. Newton, however, was no farmer. His mind wandered to the skies and the workings of the universe. Luckily, his schoolmaster recognized his potential and convinced his mother to let him return to his studies. At 18, Newton entered Trinity College, Cambridge. It was here that he encountered the works of ancient philosophers like Aristotle and more modern thinkers like René Descartes. But Newton wasn't content to merely absorb their ideas. He wanted to question them, to dig deeper. The year 1665 marked a turning point, not just for Newton, but for the world. A deadly plague swept through England, forcing Cambridge to shut down. Newton returned to Woolsthorpe, and it was during this period of isolation, what he later called his years of wonder, that his genius flourished. In the solitude of his family home, he began to explore revolutionary ideas about light, motion, and mathematics. One day, as the story goes, Newton was sitting in his garden when he saw an apple fall from a tree. It wasn't the first time someone had seen a falling apple, but Newton asked a question no one else had. Why? Why did the apple fall straight down instead of sideways or upwards? This seemingly simple question led him to the concept of gravity, a force that pulls objects toward one another. He realized that the same force that caused the apple to fall also kept the moon orbiting the Earth and the planets orbiting the sun. Newton didn't stop there. Over the next 2 decades, he developed his 3 laws of motion, which form the foundation of classical mechanics. He built a new kind of telescope, proving that white light was composed of all the colors of the spectrum. And in perhaps his greatest mathematical achievement, he invented calculus, a tool so powerful it would reshape science and engineering forever. But Newton wasn't just a scientist. He was also a complex human being. He was deeply private and often clashed with his contemporaries, such as Robert Hooke and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Yet his relentless drive to uncover the truths of the natural world never wavered. In 1687, Newton published his magnum opus, the Philosophia Naturalis Principia Mathematica, Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, often simply called the Principia. In it, he outlined his laws of motion and universal gravitation, providing a framework that would dominate scientific thought for the next 2 centuries. Later in life, Newton's interests shifted. He became Warden of the Royal Mint, where he reformed England's currency system and waged a personal war against counterfeiters. He was knighted by Queen Anne in 1705, becoming Sir Isaac Newton. Newton passed away in 1727 at the age of 84. He was buried with great honor in Westminster Abbey among kings and poets, a fitting tribute for a man who had unraveled the workings of the cosmos. His epitaph reads, "Nature and nature's laws lay hid in night. God said, 'Let Newton be,' and all was light." Isaac Newton's life is a testament to the power of curiosity and determination. From the falling apple to the farthest stars, his discoveries forever changed our understanding of the universe, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire scientists, thinkers, and dreamers around the world.